Okay, so we're gonna give this another go. We're gonna see how we get on with it. I submitted my time yesterday. So we went from hour 37, which was our first attempt. Second attempt, we went down to the 1:20:17. Just got the third attempt to do that. See how we get on from there. So, let's see the nonsense begin. What I will do. Oh, yeah, cool.
There he is!
Okay. There we go.
I will forge these.
That was not what we were supposed to. Never mind. There is no sprint in this like we did before.
Tortured and corrupted the elves. I will redeem them in flame. They will be mine.
That's annoying because we kind of needed to. Never mind, it'll work out fine.
This is just the beginning. I will light a flame that will be seen from the very pinnacle of Barad-dûr.
Welcome back, welcome back. Alright. Well, yeah, that's that Game of the Year edition, so I assume it might have done.
Now the killer's gone, I'd rather have a quiet.
Alright, we were a little bit slow getting there.
You will build a tower in my name. Erect a monolith for your bright lord in
That's it.
defiance.
I rep my monolith, folks. Yeah, I'm not sure if it did. I mean, honestly, it should have done. Welcome in, Simon. Welcome in, dude. It's a cracking game.
You think
Me, the problem is me.
But you will fail. Your spirit will never see the halls of Mandos.
Well, that sounds sad for me.
nothing. I will tear down Barad-dûr and rebuild a region in the ruins. Release my family, and I will let you serve me. Bringer of gifts.
We are going a really strange way. Mate, can you move your fat ass? Jeez. Stopping to pick flowers up for? Who's this guy think he is?
Return to me what is mine, betrayer. I taught you everything.
Alright, we'll start over here.
You are nothing. The ring will never serve you. Every moment you resist, your family will suffer.
Silence, deceiver! I forged the rings. I perfected the one. You will bow before me.
Alright, elf shot here. That's fine. We can make do with that. Move your fat ass. Right. And then we should get the last one up in that tower. And that should be better than it was last time.
Not enough room to swing an axe in the smaller ones.
Still dodgy on the climbing there, but hey ho.
I'm done looking. Time. I've had all week.
Ain't he yummy?
You can do better than that.
Ooh, la 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 lord. That was close. We nearly got scuffed up there.
Let all see my power grow. The shadow shall burn.
Abandoned all reason, elf. You cannot hope to stand against me. There is no victory for you here.
Maybe not.
It's only death.
You know who I am, Sauron. Do you not even dare say my name? You put too much of yourself into the One. You are right to fear me.
Alright, next one is this. And this one kind of sucks for us. We have got unfortunately this one a lot.
Purge this darkness, cleansed by the light, a new army shall take hold. My army.
I thought I heard something.
Well, that's not a good shot.
I came from nowhere.
That's not natural.
Alright, let's try and get the shield, guys. Come on. Yeah. I know I can go do that.
I saw something over there.
This is not good. Not good at all. And this is where we get cooked. Oh my Lord. No. Yeah, again, this is where we're getting cooked. This is my biggest kind of one here. And I think it comes down to management of the bow and everything like that. I spent half my time just aiming but having nothing to do with it. Oh, we have to run all the way back over there? Sucks to be me.
As one of the Eldar wielded such power. There are none
But I do have to say, I'm enjoying the run.
save the Dark Lord himself. And against him, you must be tested.
Maybe I should just use the one ring in that part there. I know I don't want to control too many at once, but... Alright, we got a bit of time to try and fix this.
I shall purge this darkness. Cleansed by the light, a new army shall take hold. My army.
He appeared out of nowhere! Oh, Sauron!
Sorcery!
There goes my hit counter. You know what? I'm gonna do some branding here. Some branding here. Let's get an archer on our side.
Wait! I smell something! He's unnatural! Watch him! Hold still!
Right, we might be getting somewhere, maybe. We need to get some more kills in, that's for sure.
I need reinforcements!
Oh, come on.
Worthless clothes!
Need 22 more kills. I need alarm going off. Yeah, alarm. Please. Sweet. Right, come on, 2 more kills. Surely we can manage that. Alright, not the best. Is he coming down a different path this time?
It is good of you to call our weak. Now our strong shall repay you with death of your own. Please for me. Stay there. I like the sound.
What's he doing over there? I didn't get the flash brand off. Okay, that kind of sucks.
What are you waiting for? Do it.
Yeah. Didn't get the flash brand off, which is... It would have saved us a little bit of time, but we'll take a slightly better thing right now. We're on to tools for the thing. I remember this one.
Resist my power, Silverhand. I can feel your rage, your hate, your pride, your flames.
Right, so tools for the thingy is no. It's this one. No. This one.
Feed nothing but evil.
You know nothing of true power, Sauron. The light will always prevail. All who resist will be burnt by it.
Smells like cat or blood. That's me, you idiot. I killed one earlier and got it all over me.
Okay, that's true.
I've got to light the signal. Go stop the signal.
Can I get a way out of here, please? I've gone in such a booky way here. Giggity. Hey, can you just work me a little bit? Just a little bit. Any Caragor? Sweet.
For every move I
Heg Frank the Tank. I was about to call you Heg. Alright, Hegger. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, welcome in. You've caught me going off the wrong side of a cliff. I don't know what to do, but there's so much pressure. Gordo. Me. Person. Streaming. Yes, me. Welcome in. My name's Gordo. I'm a speedrunner, challenger, and a variety streamer. You name it, I do it. And generally with a smile on my face. Doing it. At the moment we're going through a speedrun of Shadow of Mordor Brightlord DLC, so if you haven't played it, you should definitely try it out. So apologies if I seem like I'm a little bit caught off guard, because I am. Hope you're good, hope you're good. Can I get a shout out for each of those lovely individuals? I know that's annoying because we have to do 2 shout outs separately and I have a cooldown thing and I apologize. Kind of, not really, a little bit. But appreciate the raids. I hope you're good. Were you doing more Baldur's Gating or what was on the old cards this evening? Right, that's these ones done. I can go to the other side. Yes, so we are just going through Shadow of Mordor, which is a Lord of the Rings game, which is why you can hit. Can we go over there? Yes, we can. Da, 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 da. Yes, we're on Baldur's Gate. Just got to Lower City Baldur's Gate, so we are pre-invested now. Nice. We'll get some more Baldur's Gate myself at some point. We just got caught up in Lord of the Rings here, and you know, stuff. And I mean, who doesn't want to play Lord of the Rings, right? Get them. Get them. Yeah, we're just going to 3 Baldur's Gate. Steal a hammer. Sable's dead. I'm trying to do this blind as well. Nope, don't you reset my counter. Fuck you. Sable's dead before the rebels kill him. Hope you have a great stream, a great night. When I have a birthday party to get to, so we'll keep. No worries at all. Enjoy your party. Appreciate the raid. One of my mods will give you a shout out momentarily. If you are not following them, you should do. They are an any presenter, so that's what we do here. So, you know, do the thing. Do the supporty thing and do it. Just do it. That's all you need to know, folks. But I appreciate the raid, appreciate the support as always, and I hope you have a nice party. Don't drink too much, actually, like, drink as much as you want. Have a sesh. Alright, so we'll get over there.
He appeared like a ray!
Kids better so drinks and okay, well I mean, okay, get some normal refreshments, orange juice and that to help with the dry mouth you're gonna have after all the drinks later. That's fair. You know, nobody wants Gandhi's flip-flop, right? Pudding! Thank you for the 1 shout out. When the cooldown is done, we will give you a shout out on Haley, but if you've not from my lot, please feel free to do so. Go ahead, hit one of both these lovely individuals. They are playing through Baldur's Gate at the moment, and well, they're just good peeps, so. Flash brand. Yeah. Okay, we lost some time in this one.
Mordor will be mine.
That's fine.
Hold my
We've still got more time to make up in Lawless Order.
power and grace will wash over this land.
What a great, what a great time. Press the advantage over to the far right, then it's into Servants and Chains, which is right next to it, which is into Hearts of Marn, which is over this way. So many things to remember, so little time.
Family will die. You will know.
Do you have a favourite game to be? It's a tough one. Most people would assume it's Expedition 33 because I play it a lot. Not necessarily the case.
You will know dark.
I mean,
I will.
I like running this in general because I like the game. I mean, I think what more could you ask for in the terms of a game like an Assassin's Creed kind of Lord of the Rings kind of vibe? Who would have thought that would be such a banger of a game, right? I do want to run War in the North at some point, but I have to get an emulator specifically for that one because it was a PS3 game, and that they kind of chews through your computer a bit. So
What was that?
yeah, it's just me. Don't worry about me.
I've almost got him.
You've not always got me. Whoa. Okay, traversal in these parts definitely needs to be improved. 100%. This is a part where I'm losing time for no reason. So I don't know. It's a hard one. I can't say I have a favorite run.
Pudding!
I just enjoy a large variety of games. Thank you. That was definitely. I want to say it's either Excel or Simon, or was it Pikachu? Pikachu holding his own over here.
To Mordor, you will find no release, no peace, no victory.
Oh, this one. Yeah.
Family again.
Mordor will be mine. Your race will turn to dust as I take everything from you. Your ring, your armies, your power, all mine!
It's your end!
Why is there no archers?
Back to work. Nobody liked him anyway.
Simon's here like, nah, this is my turf, fool. I did have a feeling, Simon. I was like, it could be Simon. Simon does like to put his graft in when he's here. Boo.
From inside! Traitors!
Ah, days.
All in one!
Alright, we're losing time here. Still no archers. Kinda sucks.
Faster than I can see!
Didn't really want to do this with the Ron ring because I wanted to have it ready to go for the thingy guy, but I feel like I just need to stock up on things first.
He's faster than the eye!
Ah, there we go. These help us keep the other ones alive.
You die all the time! Must have stolen something. You're dead!
Nope, just shoot the guy I was thinking of, okay.
That voodoo was a waste of spice in it. No!
Yeah, it certainly helps a lot more once you've got the archers on board. How much time have I lost?
Did you hear that?
Alright, I need this. I need those all away from him. That's the problem. No!
Pressure before he can turn on ya!
Your little rebellion.
Oh, that was annoying.
Traitor, you 10,000 Uruks wait to take his place.
That's fine.
There is no escape from this. The Dark Lord's grip tightens around your sick heart.
Unforge.
I've had enough of this.
I am Lord here. These towers are built in my name.
That's fantastic.
Celebrimbor and know their true master.
Yeah, we could have saved a little bit more time there. Having to keep restarting that 2-minute counter is a pain in the backside.
I will flay your corpse and mount it for all Mordor to see. Your skin will fly in the wind as a flag to your failure.
There will to my power.
Alright. 4 more missions to go. Let's get it. Let's go.
This war chief.
Yeah, I don't like this mission.
My followers. None but
Me no likey.
shall be imprisoned.
All right, enough lollygagging. My sword arm got it from
I'm gonna try going this way. Last time I went the other way. Come on. Don't think this is the right way around, but we're just gonna go with it. All right.
Looks like someone's killing Uruk. When I find the Uruk who tied me up, he's gonna wish he'd killed me. What was that noise? Let's kill him! I got you! Back behind Don't you
Yeah, we haven't quite got the ring sting where we need it.
Idiot elf! Your kind is soft! I knew you would come to rescue this filth! There is no room for weakness in Mordor! We will eradicate them! This is it!
That may be so. But there we go. Sweet.
Curse you, Ranger. bleed you!
Alrighty then. We'll take it. Three more missions to go. And can we do the last mission as intended?
Are hollow. Every step you take brings you closer to your doom.
You speak from fear. Udun slips from your fingers so easily. There is nothing
Alright, Art Mines is over this way.
I cannot take from you.
Back to work. Nobody liked him anyway.
No Caragors, no.
I've had enough of this. I'm not searching anymore.
Alrighty then, let's go.
Will force the light into these Uruks. They
We're
will
not force things on them.
war chief, and in turn, he will forsake Sauron. All will serve me.
Sick and tired of the slaves I keep getting.
What are you even doing there? Alright.
I don't really care what comes. What was that noise?
Up we go.
Whatever killed him, I just hope it stays away. Or a grouch. Makes no difference as long as we're doing
Slight change in placement.
The old captain came close to begging for his life, but he stopped. I know, bloody pathetic.
Move, 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 move. Two more to go.
I don't have time to worry about it.
I know you're here. Your tiny insurrections are a joke. Face us in the open. Face your end.
Right.
I have led armies across the Black Plains of Golgoroth. I deserve a better death than this.
I'm gonna walk it in Balandor.
You are powerless to stop the darkness. You will become what you seek to destroy.
Power cannot lead only to darkness.
Over this way.
The light of Eregion will shine anew in the land of shadow.
Oh yeah, we have to save all these dudes. And there's 2 captains to fight here. We had a redo on this one, I think, so we may...
They rose to greatness by serving the Dark Lord, but they betrayed us.
What do we think, folks? Could this be a good run? Could we well, I mean, we should be on for a P. Nah, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
To show his power by executing my war chiefs. I will not let this pass. I will humiliate all who defy me.
Always get the archers. Can you stop killing every time I try to brand? Seriously. Oh, days. Right, we need to try and take this guy out first, and then not die to the other one this time. Sounds a lot more difficult than it is.
We will end your evil. things
Now, do you see the one?
done to you.
Oh, lovely. Let's buy me dinner first. Oh, here comes the gimp mask.
Been thief!
Stupid
Stole from the Dark Lord! Your confusion on Uruks! You're a monster!
Yes, my precious.
You could have persuaded me to join you. We could have had so much fun together.
Did I press kill by accident? Oh. No worries at all, Big Chew. No worries at all. Alright, well, what's going on? Bloody hell.
What's he doing?
Can they, do something to try and kill him for me? Maybe? Possibly? Oh, he's down. Ooh. Ooh. We'll take that. Good fortune. That's why we get the archers over that side, because they're technically, I think they're technically supposed to help by just pinging him down. Because archers are OP.
Enough! I will end you myself. Nothing. Pain will prepare you for what comes next.
I mean, you're not wrong. Alright, last mission, folks. Last mission. Let's go.
Sauron, let us end this once and for all! You will be destroyed!
You're in my sights.
Bloody hell. Doing it again. Wait, there we go. Okay, first phase. Take out Sauron as quick as possible. Second part. Focus the archer in the captains. Third part. 2 hits on Sauron will execute, then move away and then get the ring built up again.
Come die, thief. Its power is
First part down.
arrogant fool. Do you really think you can defeat me so easily? What's yours has always been mine.
The Dark Lord has purged us of these twisted lies! Destroy the elf!
I mean, I'd rather we didn't, but...
Stay away! How can we parry blows too fast to see?
And that is why we need rid of the Yard Shot, because look at the poison already. Shit. Oh dear.
I'm too fast for you! I've already
Okay, one down. Shit. Ooh la la la. Nah, we're not gonna get. That would be too much to ask. Okay, chill. All right.
Stop letting him kill you already! Cut you off! How can he move like that?
Ooh la la la. A shame on the time, but roll over, do that. Okay, last thing we need to do here then is Sauron. 2 hits, then move away. And then we can't miss on the second execute attempts. We can't miss a single one. Okay.
Do you not see what you are becoming? Embrace the shadow. You doom yourself.
Bye. That's not it.
You have lost who you
That is a botch. Oh, it's sad. Because he brings back everybody now. Which makes it so much more difficult for us.
return to me. The one is all will obey. Give in to the one. We are bound together.
Now don't screw this up. Ugh. Well, I don't know about all you, but I'm pretty buzzing with that. Just taking into consideration, we haven't really done a great deal from yesterday. Well, this is just ran from yesterday. We watched one like short little piece yesterday to help us with some bits and bobs, and yeah, it's come together nicely.
Spirit is cursed, Celebrimbor. Banished from the undying light.
1 hour 4:48. Which tells me one thing, folks. Do you know what that is? Do you know what one thing tells me? Tells me we can get that sub hour.